Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back. So, yesterday we had a really good class discussion about citizenship, and we're going to continue on. But first, yesterday we created kind of some school rules to go with our citizenship lesson. So, you'll see this posted throughout the classroom. We have keep hands, feet, and objects to yourselves, stay in your seat, listen and follow directions, take turns, stay on task, and raise your hand. So this is what we decided as a class we wanted to follow when we're in the classroom and especially in the school building, okay? So if I was talking to a high school class or I was talking to an adult class about citizenship, what do you think the main thing that we would talk about as being a US citizen is important to do? And I'll give you a hint. It happens when you turn 18. Right, voting. Are you guys old enough to vote? No. Are there other ways to be a great citizen? Absolutely. So we have these wonderful, and you're going to have a few different activities to do today to kind of check our understanding about being a citizen. So first off, we have this one, okay? You are going to pick two colors, and they can be whatever two they want. Just make sure they're different. These both can't be, regular blue. One can be like indigo and one can be blue. And you're going to color what would be a good citizen, and then you're going to color the other one what would be a bad citizen. Okay? So we're going to show that we know the difference. Let's do a few together. Right, you don't have this paper yet because you're going to be practicing this on your own, but we're going to talk about a few of them as a class. So, cleaning your room. Now, I know we kind of think of that as like a chore, or it might be kind of easy to think about. But is that being a good citizen? Absolutely. That's being a great citizen. So if I had good as purple, I would color that purple. Cheating on a test. Now, who does that affect if you cheat on a test? Right, it affects you, and we've talked about this. But if you cheat on a test, is that showing good citizenship? No, because how you act now is going to carry through when you're older. So we need to make sure that we're really following how to be a good citizen now, and that way when we get older, it's a lot easier. And let's do one more. Throwing a tantrum when you lose a game. Raise your hand if you play a sport. A lot of you do. I know a lot of you are in like Little League, and some of you are in dance or gymnastics, football, soccer, wrestling. Is it okay to kind of throw a tantrum when you don't win at the game you're doing? Yeah, absolutely not. We want to make sure that we are showing good citizenship by being a good sport as well. So a few of these are at school, a few of these are at home, and a few of these are kind of in our other aspects of life. So what do you kind of see as a theme? Yeah, we have to be good citizens everywhere, not just at home, not just at school, not just while playing a sport, but we have to be a good citizen wherever we are. Okay, I always tell, my kids, and I always tell my dancers because I coach, I always tell them your actions always reflect who you are no matter where you're at. Even if I can't see what they're doing and it's another student, it still reflects who they are as a person. So this will be your first worksheet. Pretty easy, pretty simple, okay? You're just coloring. You're not having to fill anything out. Next, we're going to move on to two worksheets that kind of go with our school rules, okay? So these are going to be done with a partner, and you're just going to find which circles are not using good citizenship or good manners, and you're just going to put an X through it, okay? That's all you're doing. You're putting an X through these pieces of paper. Okay, so we have, first is our citizenship coloring paper. Then we have putting an X through, and it says, just put a red X on the pictures that show people being disrespectful. If you want to use a different color, that's okay. You don't have to use red. Okay, and then you're going to take this one. This is another one that goes with our school rule paper. Okay, you're going to look at these 4 traits: sharing, caring, helping, or taking turns. And you're going to fill in the boxes. All right, this you're going to work with your table partner on. So these first 2 that we're doing are individual. These are on your own. Okay. And then you're going to move on to this activity with your table partner. And the final thing you're going to do is probably the big one, and this is going to be on your Chromebook. So we have a few different activities going, right? You have 2 you can use crayons on, you have one where you have to write on, and then you have one you're going to use on your computer, but I have it printed off as an example, okay? So you are going to take these different things right here, and we are going to figure out if it is being a good citizen or if it is being a bad citizen. So helping to clean up, would that be being a good citizen? Absolutely. You could help to clean up. You could help somebody rake their leaves. You could ask a neighbor if they need help cleaning something. Yeah, and you can do that in a lot of different places. Asking your teacher if they need help cleaning up after an activity. You guys are great about that. I do appreciate it. What about making a mess at lunch? No. So so at school, should you guys make a mess at lunch? No. If you do, what should you do? You should be cleaning up that mess. Our lunch ladies work really hard, and they shouldn't have to clean up your mess for you. Now, what if you go out to a restaurant with mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa? What if you go out to lunch with somebody or to dinner? Should you make a mess there? No. You should make sure you're always cleaning up after yourself. And this could go for at home. So do you guys start to see that all of these things matter? Where, like, it could be anywhere, but we should be following these as good citizens. So when you're on your Chromebook, you have your Google Slides. And on one side, you're going to drag all the good citizens. And on the other side, you're going to drag not good examples. So making lunch would be under not a good example. What about throwing scraps of paper on the floor? Yeah, that's just like making a mess at lunch. That's making a mess for somebody else to clean up, and that's not okay. All right. Helping a friend who fell. Yeah, that is a great idea. If you see somebody that has fallen, they've dropped something, you need to make sure that you're picking those things up. So we are building a good citizenship. We're building a good character, okay? So again, you have these first 2 little sheets that are on your own, all right? You have these 2 that will be with your partner. And then when you're done, what should you do? Wonderful. You should hit the turn in button under Google Classroom, and then you can look at the board for different activities to do when you are finished. Very nice. All right, guys, let's get to work.